know if you guys recall the video I made about, I think it was a 12-year-old pro-Palestinian activist that was chanting death to Israel and all that sort of other stuff. It wasn't that long ago, actually. It happened in Sydney, Australia. Now, the last time I went down to Sydney was last year to do a marathon. And what I saw at Town Hall was really disgraceful. Obviously, October 7th has changed the landscape, and you got a lot of people that are coming out in the open and celebrating and worshipping terror, which is actually quite scary, if you ask me. And loads of young kids are also now joining the activist movement. The pro-Palestinian movement has become a, well, part of the death cult. Let's call it that, right? So when I went down to Sydney, I saw at Town Hall Muslims handing out Qurans, and the only Christian section that I saw, they were worshiping and praising Jesus. There was two of them. And there was a crowd of Muslims handing out Qurans to passers-by. And I'm standing there going, wow, that is actually kind of crazy to see this in my old city, like my country. It is literally being taken over. And obviously you had the whole pro-Palestinian mob that were there too. And I'm like, wow, like where has the old Australia gone? And everyone's going, well, this is the new Australia, Jay. Like, you got to get used to the times. And I'm like, well, no, I don't want to get used to this new stuff. I don't want to get used to seeing 6 to 8-year-olds chanting down the street, death to Israel and free Palestine and all that other nonsense. I don't want to see that. That is truly sick. To me, it's abuse. You're teaching a child to hate the Israelis for keeping you safe, I might add. Stephen Shafura goes, I'm old enough to remember when Australia wasn't a dumping ground for the worst of the third world and Middle East. Anyone else? Yeah. I'm 29 in August, and to be fair, I don't remember any of this growing up. I remember it being very much Australian. Very much Australian. But we've opened up our borders to these people. We've let them in, and now they're starting to take over. And October 7th was a massive catalyst for them to do just that. Before I show you the video of this young kid leading a chant down the streets of Sydney, Australia, costing the taxpayers millions of dollars to shut down businesses every single bloody week, it looks like. Let me show you this. This is the new LGBT whatever pride flag, and it includes, ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it, the Palestinian flag. Because if it's one thing that we know that is synonymous with Pride Month and LGBT struggles and agendas, it is the Palestinian people in Gaza at the moment, because they're dealing with the exact same plights as the LGBT mob are as well. So they've updated their flag to include this new Palestinian thing, not realizing that if they were to go over to Gaza, they'd be thrown off a bloody building. But hey, far be it from me to warn you guys. So yesterday, Kobe Thatcher, she was talking about how yesterday she was walking through Hyde Park while a pro-Palestinian protest was taking place. As I walked by, the individual on the right wearing an Aboriginal T-shirt yelling, F you Aussies. Police stood by and did nothing. Why do we import people that hate us? Indeed, it's quite concerning. So if an Israeli man walks down the street, or woman walks down the street with an Israeli flag, they get arrested. But if these people chant vile remarks like death to Israel, or even F you Aussies, or whatever else, something really degrading and derogatory, and I know we've got a free country, but the incitement of violence, I think there should be consequences to that. Don't you? Yes, but these people don't seem to really care about that, do they? But here is the saddest part of the video. What looks like a 6 to 8-year-old chanting, leading the chant down the streets of Sydney. Have a watch.
The siege of Gaza! The siege of Gaza! The Hardened system! The Hardened system! The
The level of confidence this girl is possessing is not fueled by love of the Palestinian people in Gaza. It's not fueled by freeing the Palestinian people. No, it's fueled by hate. It's clear as day, isn't it? You can see it. Like she's chanting things in Arabic and things in English. You can see and feel the hate. The drums, it's like a war cry. It is almost like a battle cry, if you ask me. It is quite concerning watching this unfold in what used to be a great city. Used to be that on the streets of Sydney, you didn't have to worry about any of this. But now you do. Now you get bothered by it all the time. And young kids are being indoctrinated to believe that Israel is the enemy. All right, if you want to go free Palestine, get your backside over there. We don't want you here anyway. But no, these people want to make statements. Look at us, free Palestine in the streets of Sydney, not waving the Australian flag because they hate Australia. They don't know how lucky they've got it. They fly the Palestinian flag. They trample on the Australian flag. They hate this country with a passion, and all they want to do is free Palestine. It's an absolute rort. And having an 8-year-old kid supporting terror, that kind of stuff is taught, man. It's hateful. What about the Jewish people that are living in Sydney? It's quite a lot of them, actually. They would be fearful of their lives. What about them? You're creating a place that's not really safe for Jews that have a right to be here because they're peaceful people. You don't see them protesting all the time, do you? Crazy, outrageous. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.